Hi everyone! Today we're talking about variation number 18 of Rachmaninoff's Chopin variations. Like I said at the very end of yesterday's video, variation 17 and variation 18 are both in the key of B flat minor. Now, Rachmaninoff is going to move away from this dark and dreary sound that he made in variation 17 through that funeral march. And instead in variation 18, it's going to be a little bit more lively and still dark and dramatic, but it just is a different feeling. It's not as strict. We're moving away from that dotted 8th, 16th note more into triplets, and that just gives it a more flowing motion. One thing I want to show you is the complexities going on within the right hand of this variation. You'll see by looking at the score that it's constantly in triplet octaves with inner notes. The octaves are not the problem. It's those inner notes. So always having 3 notes to play makes it very difficult in the right hand. At the same time, we have 8th notes in the left hand. So we get this beautiful polyrhythmic texture of 3 notes in the right against 2 in the left. Now if that weren't enough, we still need to talk about where the theme is, because that is simply just providing our rhythm and our harmonic texture. The theme, if you look in measure 2, is highlighted with little lines above the notes in the left hand. Do you hear it? Right, so it pops up every once in a while. It's not going to be pervasive throughout the entire variation, but every 2 or 4 measures, you'll just hear the theme just appear out of this texture that Rachmaninoff has created. It's a wonderful variation, especially towards the end. You'll see these massive rolls in my left hand. If we look at the top note of each of those rolls, we'll see an allusion to the theme again. So you can definitely hear it there. So this whole variation just has this flowing nature to it, and the theme just pops out every once in a while. It's really beautiful. Variation 17 and 18 must be a pair because they're in the same key. The only 2 variations in the whole set in the key of B flat minor. So the important thing on my end is I make these 2 feel like they're belonging with each other. Because from here on out, we'll never get back to B flat minor. So let's go ahead and play through variation number 18 and just be listening for that theme popping out of the texture. So it's a very, very beautiful variation. Again, not the same tone as the previous variation, but still in the same key. I love the theme just popping out in my left-hand thumb. It's beautiful and it's fantastic Rachmaninoff writing. So that is going to be the end of variation 18. Variation 19 is going to take us to a completely different key. So in my head, I like to group variations 13 through 18 as one unified section. So Let's talk about variation number 19 tomorrow, and there's lots of fun things in store. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks.